In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Interpersonal relationship is going to be the topic of our today's discussion. Relationships, and relationships. We, the human beings, are always managing certain relationships. We are always interacting with the people. Some of these on business grounds, and there is nothing like that of relationship. Whilst these people are great in number, while some of the people we do meet, we do interact with, these people are actually our relationships. Our relationships are of different sorts. Now, as far these relationships are concerned, again, in the personal relationships there are more than one categories. There are family relationships. There are family members, and we do have to. Obviously, these are the relationships. The family members we didn't choose. We were having no power to choose these family members. Parents, siblings, dear friends, and fellows. Now, these relationships are usually unconditional, mean up to great extent. Particularly the relationship with the parents is up to great extent unconditional. The relationships with the siblings have certain conditions, while the relationships with the children, with the offspring, with the sons and the daughters, these are also up to great extent unconditional. Mean there is a handicapped child, and the mother and father do take care of that for the whole of their life, although this child is not an asset, rather a liability, but still they do carry it on. Now, the question is why these relationships, why some of our relationships, rather, why many of our relationships, like friends and even the spouses, why these relationships does break and we fail to continue these relationships. The relationships get snapped with a big shock, with a sort of shock. Some of the personal relationships are end up some of these personal relationship into some of these personal relationships end up disastrously. We feel devastated. Feeling devastated at the end of a relationship, a feeling shocked as a result of disillusionment, I think this can be prevented. This can be prevented. How? If at all I do have to answer this question in a single sentence, then I shall say that minimize your expectations. Minimize your expectations from someone else. Never ever let these expectations grow. Never ever let these expectations grow much. Contain, manage, rather, I shall say, it will not be wrong if we say that we need to minimize our expectations from the people. Minimizing these expectations from our loved ones, particularly, in particular, minimizing the expectations from our loved ones, the people we love. The more love we do have for someone else, the more deeper a relationship is with a person, the bigger are the chances that this relationship is not going to going to go forever. Rather, it will be broken, snapped. It will end up. Again, the reason behind it is single, can be described in a single sentence, and that is the high expectations, which are up to great extent not so pragmatic, not so realistic. Now, as soon as we do start controlling our expectations from the people, from someone else, from a loved one, let me tell you that the things will start getting better and better and better. So that is why it is extremely necessary. That is why it is extremely necessary that the relationships are managed by the mind, by the brain, by the logic, by the rationality, and not at all with the emotions. The trouble with us is that our relationships get emotionalized, and this emotionalization of the relationship actually results in the high expectations. The high expectations become unmeetable, undoable, and these expectations undone, not fulfilled, creates a kind of hatred for that particular person. It is really, really, really important. Dear friends and fellows in Pakistan and abroad, I shall request you, and I shall request myself as well. If someone else is important to us, if else is really important to us, it becomes even more important to look for their their bad habits as well, bad attitudes as well, and not to remain focused upon the good attitude of theirs, good habits of theirs. We need to have a look upon all the aspects of their lives, all the aspects of their lives, particularly those which concern us. We should forget, never ever forget that honesty, integrity is more important than anything else. And then caring, being a being a being a loving and caring person towards all, towards all, even those people who can't give you anything else at all. This means being a good human. And there are more chances of the survival of the relationship if the people involved interacting with each other, buddies, they are better human beings. They are better as a human being. Thank you, Jazakallah.